my name is Aayush and today I'll be talking about my experience in student council. First of all, can everybody hear me?
Yes.
So today in my speech I'll be covering what student council is, why I decided to join, the different things that I did throughout the year, and my overall experience at the end of the year, and why I'd like to join again this year. So first of all, I'd like to thank Vanya for a wonderful speech on Bill Gates, and I'll ask that you save all questions at the end. But first of all, let me ask you a question. A car was going from Los Angeles to New York at 250 miles per hour. Another car from New York was going to Los Angeles at 150 miles per hour. Where do they meet? Does anybody know?
Come on, guys, simple math question.
In Los Angeles?
No, in jail, because they were both speeding.
Good one.
Okay, so now let me start, and now I'll first start by talking about what student council is. So student council is a voluntary group in my school where both teachers and students given their time to help the community and charity by doing different forms of fundraising or charity work. So I first got interested in student council when I went to a student council open house. In the open house, both teachers and students told us their experiences and different reasons why we should join. When the open house was over, I was completely bought and decided to join immediately. And now I just talked about what student council was and how I got interested. So now I'm going to be talking about the different things that we did throughout the year in student council. So the first thing that we did in student council was in October, and it was a food drive for the Walpole Food Pantry. And this was a food drive that we did almost every year. So the former student council members knew exactly what to do and even helped us out so we wouldn't feel like outsiders and got more used to the routine. So the first thing that we did was make posters so that people would know that the food drive was actually happening. So when we put the posters, we hung them around the school in the different hallways. We waited for the food to be donated. But we were surprised. By the end of the whole week, when the food drive was about to end, almost nobody had donated anything. And they were all really discouraged and didn't know what to do because this had never happened before. So then, in our last summer of hope, we decided to extend it for one more week. And that's when I came up with the idea of why not rewarding people for the number of donations that they give, but they would be tempted to bring in more and more donations. So after that, more and more people were bringing in different items to donate, and we hit our record high in 5 years, all thanks to my idea. And I was also really happy because I donated a lot of food that I didn't like, such as pickles. Now, pickles is my mom's favorite food, and that's probably what she eats 24 hours a day. If there's nothing in the freezer, there has to be at least pickles. And if there's only pickles in the freezer, she'll eat them breakfast, dinner, and lunch. And that's all she needs. But of course, she makes me eat them for I don't know why, saying that they're healthy, but I don't think they really are, and that's probably an excuse. So when she wasn't looking, I put all the jars of pickles in my bag and donated it to the student council. And of course, when she found out, she was really, really, really mad. But of course, I got grounded. But I would do anything to get rid of pickles because I absolutely hated them. So our first food drive got off to a good start. In November was our next food drive, and it was coats for kids, which was the same idea. But instead of food, we have to donate different coats, sweaters, or mittens, or anything that would keep you warm in the winter. So we did the same idea in the point system, and again it got off to a good success. But I got rid of a neon pink sweater that my mom bought for me that I really, really didn't like. It was wicked embarrassing. So of course I donated that, and when she found out, she was really mad, and this time really, really mad. I got grounded for a whole month from video games, but I was really, really happy because I knew that sweater wouldn't be coming back to me at any cost. So in December was our next thing, and it was a gift wrapping session at Barnes and Noble. So we would gift wrap books for people who would gift them at Christmas. So of course I don't know why they chose me because I'm probably the worst gift wrapper in all of history. So, but they did, and I had to go. And at first, all I did was just put different slabs of paper and tape it all together, and just make it look and completely cover the book. But of course, that probably wasn't the best way. And the teachers actually sat down with me and told me the right way to gift wrap. But still I knew how to gift wrap. And then when I told my mom that I learned how to gift wrap, she's like, great, then you can wrap all of my gifts. And I was like, no. That's why I regret telling my mom anything. So in the first 2 months of the next year, of 2014, we had a little break from student council. But then in April, we had a request from the cafeteria to plant a garden so that they would have fresh foods. So the first thing that we did was bring in a landscaping company to find the perfect area that would bring enough, that would get enough sunshine and be easy to water. So after we did that, we took out the old soil and put in some pure soil so that the vegetables would grow. And after that, we put in the seeds and put a final layer of soil. Now don't ask me what the cafeteria staff was thinking, because they wanted to plant vegetables like zucchini and broccoli, which I'm pretty sure nobody in my school likes, even though they're wicked healthy. But still, we had to plant them, and for a final touch, we put a metal wire fencing around the garden so that recess balls or any wouldn't disrupt the growing of the vegetables. Now in May was probably the most embarrassing time of the year for me. It was spring thing and it was our school talent show. Now since I was in student council, I could either do performance, which I really wasn't going to do, or I could be in stage crew or lighting. So I decided to be in stage crew. And my job was to basically take on and off different props for the next performance. So one reason I wanted to do stage crew because I wanted to know how it felt to be the person to be backstage and know that how much work it takes to make a good performance. But of course, and for the final performance, it was a dance performance, and I was going to put on a mat for the performance. But of course, the curtains opened. Now I'm not sure if it was on purpose or by mistake. But I was completely blank and didn't know what to do. And I was looking at the audience like I had seen a ghost. And they were looking at me like whether this was a part of the play, or of the performance, or this was a mistake. But of course, as things couldn't get any worse, the music started to Gangnam Style, and the performance came on. And just to make this not look like a mistake, I don't know what I was thinking, but I started to dance too. And I really don't want to recall these bad moments, but I still have to. So after the performance was done, all my friends congratulated me, and they're like, that was nice courage. But as things can get, but still, it was all on camera. So every day on Walpole cable television, that performance would probably be on, that everybody could know about the embarrassment of mine. And that was probably the biggest embarrassment of my whole life. So now let me talk about my overall experience at the end of the year and why I like to do student council again this year. But first, let me ask you another question. What's the tallest building in the world? Anybody know?
Burj Khalifa.
No, a library because it has so many stories.
Tallest building?
Yeah.
Burj Khalifa.
Yeah, but a library because we have the most stories.
A lot of stories.
Oh.
Yeah. So today in my speech I covered what student council is, why I decided to join, different things that we did throughout the year, and my overall experience at the end of the year, and why I like to join again this year. In fact, I already have. Today was the second day of school and student council silence for today. So now I'd like to introduce my very good friend Akshara, who lives in Holliston, goes to John Adams Middle School, and she likes to watch TV and play lacrosse.